people, how are you all? Hope life is going well for you. I have a couple things that I want to talk about and cover in today's video, but do not worry, most of it is still going to be dedicated to gushing about the brilliant artist who inspired today's piece. That said, before we get started, I wanted to quickly mention that about a month ago, this channel passed its first birthday, by which I mean the date that I posted my first video on here. Unfortunately, I am an idiot and completely forgot to check when that even was, but hey, now I know for next year. Whilst it certainly doesn't feel like a year has passed since I started making these videos, and I am still learning so much with each upload, looking back on the past year of content, I am admittedly kind of proud of myself for how far I've come, and I want to say that I'm really grateful to the accounts that have been around since the beginning, commenting and liking my videos all the time. It means so much. I'm not planning on making any sort of special video to celebrate, particularly knowing that I've missed the date by over a month, but I am slowly approaching 100 subscribers, and so if you guys want to see a draw this in your style, or my attempt at other artist styles, or for you guys to design a character with me, or any other sort of celebratory type video that you can think of, then please stick it down in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas. And we can do that to celebrate instead. So, let's get on with the speed paint. Last week, the brilliant ABD Illustrates uploaded another episode of his incredible Concept Corner series, working on some side characters for his Heartless story concept thing. Words. Big brain time. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that the last time he uploaded one of these videos, I just could not resist drawing some fan art for it and redesigning one of his characters. And just recently, actually, that video has overtaken my Cursed Princess Club speed paint to become the most watched video on my entire channel. So, given the unexpected success of my last fan art of his, and my slight crush on one of his newest characters, and my absolute inability to resist drawing cute lesbians, I figured I'd dive right back into this for some kind of Heartless fan art. Obviously, all the characters that I'm drawing today belong to ABD Illustrates, not me, and I highly recommend you check out his Concept Corner series if you want to find out more. His videos are endlessly entertaining and well worth a watch. But you probably know that if you're here. So, the two characters in my drawing today are Riverdale and the side character that at the time I'm recording this is currently only known as Guard Girl and doesn't have a name yet. Their story is that they were friends when they were young, but despite both wanting to join, like, the Wizard Guard type thing, they end up on separate career paths, with River becoming a medic instead. Guard Girl was described pretty much as River's childhood friend and crush, and the minute I heard the word crush, I just could not resist drawing the two of them together. It's so rare for me to come across female characters that I actually like the writing for, much less female characters I like who aren't already in straight relationships, and so I really couldn't help but jump at the chance to draw these two. River is a determined, quiet sort, as far as I can tell, that seems to have all the hallmarks of some of my favourite characters. I remember Alex talking about the idea of her specifically asking one of the other members of the gang to train her in martial arts and things, in her quest to become stronger, and that sort of determination, while still being willing to ask for help, struck an absolute chord with me, as that's the kind of person I would like to be, not the kind of person I am. Something about River is just deeply relatable, despite me not actually knowing all that much about her. And she was always one of my favourite heroes from the initial Heartless video. Guard Girl, on the other hand, has a much more vague description. That said, her design gives her a pretty outgoing appearance, and she seems like the sort of person who knows just how to make someone laugh. She has really awesome hair, and sometimes I'm allowed to just like a character because of their awesome hair. The pose for this piece was surprisingly easy to decide on, although admittedly that might be because I didn't spend much time drawing alternative options. After watching Alex's video, I did a quick little doodle in the corner of my sketchbook, which I might put on screen now actually, and I just loved the way it looked. I probably should have tried at least a few other variants or a more detailed thumbnail, as I quickly ran into problems when trying the real thing, most notably getting everyone's legs in the right places. Legs have always been something I've struggled with, which is probably why I always cut them out the frame, but after last week's easier drawing, I was determined to give this my best shot. Taking a critical look at it, I think River may have ended up a little taller than she should be, and I don't know if I ever got her right hand looking natural. However, if I take a step back, I'm kind of quite proud of how it turned out, and I particularly like the line work. They say drawing characters interacting is one of the hardest things to do, so I'm going to allow myself to be happy with this drawing and just keep practicing in the hope that I'll be better by September. One of the things that I have always admired about Alex's art is how he managed to create drawings that appear to have a relatively simplistic style and shading, and yet still pay so much attention to detail in the way that the drawings are structured. His drawings are never cluttered and always look really nice and they're easy to look at, while still being absolutely stunning pieces of art. And this dude's anatomy is on point. I have no idea how he does it. My work is admittedly kind of the opposite of that, with possibly too much detail in the wrong places and just general confusion when it comes to shading. I'm going to watch some videos and do some more practice on that. And then on closer examination, even the details are a bit hashed. This is particularly true when it comes to choosing colour palettes, I think, as I'll often choose a number of colours per drawing that don't always make sense together. I think I need to do some study on colour theory, really. And that's why for this drawing it was really fun to try use the characters' much more refined colour palettes that already existed and integrate them with my style. Which I do apologise if you can see the reference images flashing on and off the screen. I was colour picking off them and just using them to make sure I got the outfits right. When it comes to backgrounds, recently I have been trying to put more effort into creating backgrounds that imitate actual surroundings for my characters, because I know it's something I'm bad at. But with this drawing it was nice to be able to take a step back and try something more minimalist for a change. I'm not sure I've completely tackled this, as I think the drawing still seems like it's missing something, but I'm wondering if maybe that's a good sign that it isn't getting too overcrowded. I would really appreciate comments on what you think of this down below. I always love to hear your opinions, and there's a fine line you walk between too much detail and too little detail and right levels of lighting and all that stuff. And I'm still really learning with all this, so advice, please help me. With all that said though, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. I always appreciate it, and I will see you guys next week. Bye! bye.